In a rather lengthy commentary from Rashi, there is an attempt to understand the underpinnings of the request of the people who were Tamei to be able to participate in the first Korban Pesach since leaving Egypt. There is clearly a problem in that if the Korban Pesach was deemed to be a Korban and Korbanot cannot be brought by people who are Tamei, then these people basically had no options, and therefore what was it that Moshe brought to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for clarification? The first part of the lengthy Rashi attempts to rework the basis for the request. We are more concerned with the closing words of Rashi, in which he rhetorically asks that in light of the fact that the transmission of laws went from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Moshe and from Moshe to Aharon and then to the people, why was it here that the process was in reverse? The people came to Moshe, Moshe brought the matter to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and only then were the laws of Pesach Sheni transmitted to the people. In the words of Rashi, U'ru'uya hayta parsha zu le'yamer al yedei Moshe keshar kol haTorah kula. As with all laws within the Torah, the transmission went from God to Moshe to the people. This law of Pesach Sheni should have followed this procedure. The implied question is, why in actuality was the process reversed? Ella, in response to this question, Rashi, borrowing from the Sifri, suggests that zachu elu sheteyamer al yedehem. The laws of Pesach Sheni certainly could have been included in Shmot Yud Bet, when bulk of the laws of Korban Pesach and Pesach in general were handed to the Bnei Yisrael. But God willed it that, in the merit of these people, who, although prohibited from bringing a Korban Pesach, nevertheless expressed a sincere desire to participate in this mitzvah, were given the zchut that the laws of Pesach Sheni should be transmitted through them. Because, as Rashi writes, shemegalgalin zchut al yedei zakai, a zchut, a meritorious act, such as in this case the transmission of the laws of Pesach Sheni to the Klal Yisrael, was rolled over, was linked to zakai, people who needed to be recognized for their sincere desire to participate in a particular mitzvah. The wording of Rashi in Bamidbar 9 is very similar in style to that used in Bamidbar 27 regarding the Benot Tzlafchad, where he writes, Re'uya hayta parsha zu lehikatev al yedei Moshe. Same question. The subset of laws regarding inheritance where there is only female offspring should have been included in the laws of inheritance emanating directly from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Moshe to the people. However, shezachu benot tzlafchad, the benot tzlafchad merited that v'nichtava al yadan. It was recorded and linked to them in recognition of their sincerity and love for Eretz Yisrael. There is an area of precision that should be noted, and that is the slight change in terminology. With respect to the Benot Tzlafchad, the verb that is used is lehikatev and v'nichtava. Chaf taf bet is to write down, to record. With respect to Pesach Sheni, Rashi uses the word le'amer and sheteyamer. Aleph mem reish, to say, to speak, to transmit verbally. Which brings us to question 4. What significance, if any, is there in the change from the Aleph Mem Resh Shoresh used in Pesach Sheni to the Chaf Taf Bet Shoresh used by Rashi in the similar commentary regarding the Benot Tzlafchad?